And here we are in our final moments before the world changes forever. And we see what Mario looks like, what he sounds like, what his friends look like, what they sound like. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes, and I'm joined by the new face of video games, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
This movie could change Mario forever, and I'm very excited about it.
We also have the Big Daddy, Greg Miller. And we have the man that I am so happy is reacting to this movie trailer with us, the producer / seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Tim, I'll be the judge of that. You understand me? I'm a harsh critic when it comes to my Mario, and they're gonna have to come at me like real hard with this thing. This thing better hit on all cylinders.
This is the Italian representation you've been asking for.
Exactly, guys. As I was saying, it's very underrepresented Italians. The last one we got was Lady Gaga and Adam Driver as Italians in the House of Gucci, and that thing was a fucking train wreck. Okay, so this is where a lot of eggs in this basket. I'll just tell everyone that.
Now, Nick, do you think that you're going to enjoy this trailer more than you enjoyed House of Gucci?
I'd never watched House of Gucci because I couldn't stand the trailer to that. But I read a lot of reviews of it, and I stand by the fact that I made the right choice. I think I'm going to enjoy this a lot. I'm actually looking for real talk, really looking forward to what this could be. As we talked about on the stream prior, if you guys were watching our Warzone stream earlier, if you want to check that out, you can over on our games channel. As like I mentioned, it can't possibly hold a candle to the John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins Mario movie. Nothing quite can as far as like Psychosis is concerned, but I'm looking forward to it, Tim.
Yeah. Greg, what about you?
Yeah, of course. First off, let's all put the jokes aside because we've all got a million jokes. It was going around today, the reaction from the Nintendo Direct where we all laughed at Chris Pratt and the Anna Taylor and everybody who got announced, right? This poster looks great. This poster gets me excited. I look at this poster and I go, man, first off, the flat ass representation I want. But more importantly, like this looks like I could see him bopping around the Mushroom Kingdom here, having a good time, and like this be a fun movie. And that gets me ready to see this trailer and be like, you know what? This trailer should be fun. This trailer should be good.
Yeah. Bless, where you at?
I'm very excited for it. I think this poster was the thing to turn me around because up until now, I have had that same emotional response that I had during that initial reveal of like, oh man, you got Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. Oh, you got Seth Rogen. Oh, you got Chris Pratt. You got Anya Taylor-Joy. You have all these strange pairings for people that are playing these characters, and I think that just blindsided us, and it was a comedic moment. But seeing this poster, I am very excited for what they have in store because there's a lot going on here that has me like, oh shit. All right, like you got good detail, you got good color. Like even though I make fun of the fact that Mario's ass is missing, I do even like the way that it's the fabric on his overalls like wrinkle and like how it looks. You know, it looks like a new modern take on Mario, which funny enough, me and you, Tim, were talking about a little bit on today on KindaFunny Games Daily. So I'm all about this. I can't wait to see what this looks like.
Nick, you have your hand raised for what I'm sure is very cunning, critical looks at this.
This is a poignant, salient point that I'm about to make right now, everyone. So please listen up. As the only full-blood Italian on this panel, I just wanted to let you know, Italian men specifically, not known for our asses. Okay. Flat asses run in my family. If I'm looking at it right now and I cover the big boofy head, I'm looking at my dad's ass right now. No further.
Yeah.
Nick, get up right now and let us see it.
Show it off.
I don't believe him for a second.
Oh, I can't see
No,
it.
there's a booty there.
Is there a booty?
No.
There's a booty there. There's for sure is a booty there. There's more booty than Mario. Oh, he's twerking now.
Yeah. There's the camo.
He took it there.
Couldn't see it. I'm excited for this. I love the little antique shop there with the music blocks from Mario 3 and the P switches. Fun little hint at what's to come. Looking at his
I don't know if
past
you
here.
noticed, but at the top is Peach's Castle. Another
It
Easter
is.
egg they slipped in there.
It is. I
And
hope
I
we
love
get
the floating
Bowser 2
islands.
Yeah, that's incredible.
as the cameraman.
I'm shocked that this image alone is convincing me of the fact that Mario, no pun intended, Mario is a world, right? Like we played the games and it's like, oh yeah, they got floating platforms and fucking.
That's the kind of shit you'd say in a class, like in a college philosophy class. You like fucking dunked it.
Mario's a world, but yeah,
Mario's
like
a world.
You're used to seeing like fucking Goombas and Toads and like. When Mario was first developed, I don't think anybody, not even Miyamoto, was thinking about the fact that like, oh yeah, what's the lore here? How does all this connect together? He was just trying to make a fun video game where
he hated turtles and he wanted us to kill him.
Yeah, he wanted us to fuck up some turtles and some mushrooms. And I'm looking at this image and I'm like, it all comes together. Like you're looking at Peach's castle on the top of the hill. You're looking at the same hills that they have in the Mario game that always look fucking strange. You got floating platforms. You got Toads in their little antique shop. You got this Toad that's going to turn into Captain Toad by the end of the movie. I'm so excited to see how they pull all this shit together.
I mean, here's my thing though. Like, they got to nail the vibe of Mario, and I don't know what that is. Like, what's the overarching like? You know what I mean? Like,
I think this is the vibe. You look at this visual style, that's Mario.
But what I'm saying is, like, yes, this is the visual style. What's the narrative vibe behind Mario? Like, what's going to be driving us here?
Did they already talk about it? Is this is a serious one? Like, are they trying to be like an adaptation, or are they just going to be like fun stuff like Lego?
We're about to see, but I do have a feeling this is going to be more Lego movie.
Yeah,
like self-referential than
I hope
just
so.
A pure illumination thing.
Maybe here's my prediction before we get started: that this isn't a Mario world. It's them existing on an old NES or Super NES cartridge, and that store that they live in, like the Funkoland's, getting closed down, and they need to figure out how to save it so people can still play them on the demo kiosk. Thank you, everybody. That's
it's like Toy Story,
or like Wreck-It Ralph.
More like Wreck-It Ralph, I would think. Yeah.
I mean, I love that idea, Greg. I love that, and I think we should issue them a cease and desist right now, because if you just nailed that, then you came up with the IP rights wise, and we can sue Nintendo.
Maybe I knew all along. Huh? Maybe
it is 101. When does this thing go live? It's 102 now. Usually they're on time with these things.
Anything can happen. It's live, right? Yeah, it's live.
Yeah, it's live.
Interesting.
I do think they need an angle like that, though, Greg. I think that's a great idea. I think if you just try to tell a straight story about Mario saving the princess, it's just not going to be compelling. You got to have a fun vibe on it. It's 2022.
Dude, you want to be like addicted to drugs or something? Like,
he's got to.
What's the B plot here? What's the C plot going on in Mario?
What is his motivation? Named Barrett Courtney says they said 105 for the trailer, so that's why nothing's happening.
Gotcha.
All I'm hoping is I do not want it to be a thing of every day I wake up and save the princess, and it's the same thing. It's like we've seen that fucking story, guys. It was the Lego movie, and it was Wreck-It Ralph. We don't need that exact same.
It's also
thing.
Free Guy. It was also any
What if them have to save a toy store that they live inside of? No, you haven't. Thank you, everybody. This is my TED.
What if he has to eat one of the toads in front of him? What if he has to just eat his head?
We'll let you out, Mario, but you have to eat
what he thinks is a mushroom. He thinks it's a regular power-up mushroom, and then it's actually a toad.
It's a toad, and it's fine. It's a horror movie.
It's like, why am I not growing? Why am I getting taller? And it's like,
why am I not growing?
Please, God, please
stop eating me or kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's using his angry Barack Obama voice.
Wow. I like that. I would love that. I would love if he was doing just Barack Obama the entire time.
You got it, Bless. You got it, Bless. Keep going. Keep going.
Let me hear. Everyone clear comms. Blessing, let me hear the Obama.
Michelle, the American... I can't do it. I can't do it.
You gotta do it without laughing.
I can't keep it serious.
It does sound good.
I just can't do it seriously because I know it doesn't sound good. I started and I'm like, no, that's not it. And I can't do that. I'm not Indy Cortez.
All of us, if everyone right now cleared comms and we all one by one did an impression, yours is the best. Period.
100%.
Really?
In the land of the blind,
you don't have to lie to me,
king
Greg.
is the king.
I can take it.
Say something about a turtle.
What I'll tell you about this, as the person who clearly does, the best impressions here at KindaFunny, you just have to not care what other people think to do good impressions. And if you the more you don't care, the more they laugh at you and go, "Oh, Nick, you're so funny. You got such a great sense of humor. Your Christopher Walken is so great. Your Michael Caine is top notch. Everyone loves it."
Just as a reminder, everybody, I want you to know I'm getting ready today for PS I Love You XOXO, and then our first PlayStation edition of Remember Blank, where we remember an old PlayStation game, and we're remembering Helldivers. And so I'm watching the March 2nd, 2015 Let's Play of Helldivers, in which, I just got past PETA, the Christopher fucking Walken impression from Nick.
I love it. Bless, here's an important question. Do you think this trailer has a chance of being half as good as Oscar-winning movie? It hasn't yet, but it will. Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
No, there's not a chance. I think this is where Sonic finally wins. And you know what?
Is this
Let's
it?
fucking go.
We'll
we
take the
did it.
win,
We're
Bless.
finally better in something, even though I probably like Mario better than Sonic, but don't let Sonic know, all right? I just rep Sonic harder because,
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everyone liked the Sonic. I haven't seen the first two, but everyone liked the Sonic movies, right?
You like?
Oh,
they're
they're
great.
entertaining.
They're great.
They're fine. They were fine. I wouldn't call them good though.
No, Sonic 2 was great.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it good either.
I'll tell you what.
Right,
please feel free to interrupt me.
I'd call it great.
Please feel free to interrupt me when this starts. But I watched, as a non sequitur, I watched a movie that I thought I was going to hate the other day, and I ended up loving it.
There we go.
Shut up.
Shut up, Nick, you idiot.
Shut up, Nick.
Give me Miyamoto. Give me Chris Pratt.
God, I hope it's just Chris Pratt.
So loud. Holy God.
It is very loud.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. As we previously mentioned, in today's Nintendo Direct, we'll reveal the first trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie for the very first time. This Nintendo Direct is also being broadcast simultaneously at New York Comic Con. Hello, New York Comic Con.
Man, that man looks good.
It's been nearly 40 years since the original Mario Bros. Game was released in Japan.
No way.
Today, lots of
That's
people
wild.
around the world are playing Mario games. Thank you all
2 years
so
younger
much.
than me.
God
Jesus
damn.
Finally,
Christ.
the world of
Wow.
Super Mario Brothers will
Jesus
become an animated movie. We've been working on this movie together with Chris Meledandri from Illumination for a long time, from brainstorming and all the way through production. The time flew by as we were having fun figuring out how to depict the Super Mario characters and world. Now, I'd like to hear from Chris-san, my good friend and great partner for the movie.
Yes.
Let's bring him in. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. I am speaking on behalf of our
I like the
directors,
idea
Michael
that they have
Jelinek,
all the
Aaron
Chris's lined
Horvath,
up.
and the entire
This is gonna get
Illumination
now our
group
next
of
Chris
artists. When I tell you that producing the Super Mario Brothers movie with you and your team at Nintendo has been an absolute privilege. Our crew is filled with Mario fanatics, and they're bringing the very best of their talent to this film every day.
I'll be the judge.
Next week, we complete animation. We're knee-deep into lighting and compositing. Composer Brian Tyler heads to the scoring stage in just 11
Tyler,
days.
Fast and Furious.
He's been working hand-in-hand with Koji Kondo to integrate classic themes
Yeah, he
from
is.
the game into
That's
the
what I
film
want.
score.
Yeah.
Miyamoto-san, it's been over 7 years since we first started talking about making this movie together. And it is thrilling to finally be here to show the very first look at footage with Mario fans at Nintendo Direct and at New York Comic Con. Miyamoto-san, shall we go ahead and introduce
that
some
minion
of
in the
our
background.
cast?
Get out of
Okay,
here, minion.
Chris-san.
Get out of here.
Now, I'll introduce two of the stars from this movie.
God, our Toad's gonna be the
Both
new
of
minions.
them love Nintendo games and made this
That's
into
fucked
a
up.
really fun movie. Are you ready?
Minions with the new Toads.
Do we get dry bones? Greg?
Growing up, man, I spent hours of my life stomping Koopas in the original Mario Brothers arcade game
This is the
at
take.
my local laundromat. And then, of course, it came out on Nintendo, and I
The
played
zoom
that,
automatic blur.
maybe years of my life. It's an honor, truly, to be able to speak to the man who created
I think he's
those
CG.
memories for me.
Is he?
And it's
That'd be
an honor to
incredible.
work
We
with
are
him.
over 2 years
It's been a
into the
lifelong dream
pandemic,
of mine to become Mario.
and nobody got Chris Pratt
Um,
a good video setup.
that dream, like all
I'm
dreams,
just shocked they couldn't
faces
send him a
one
camera. I
critical
mean, this is a
challenge.
pretty big budget movie. The other guy
As
got a
in the
nice
film.
shot.
I must
Chris
face off
Meledandri
against
got a nice shot.
an utterly ruthless scene stealer. Every great hero needs a diabolical enemy, and I promise you, I could not have been paired with the more perfect king of the Koopas, Bowser, than my friend, the great.
Why does it sound like the words are
Hilarious.
painful to him? Just put
supremely
them all
talented
together and
Mr.
say it.
Jack Black.
Thank you, Chris, but I can't let you have all the fun. Now it's time for us to make this moment all about me.
Jack Black is looking more and more like
While
Peter
you've been
Jackson
dreaming
every
about
day.
playing Mario, I've been preparing.
The
Look at all
prophecy
this
is
Koopa
fulfilled.
muscle I packed on. And this flowing mane doesn't just appear overnight. Do you have any idea how long it took me to learn how to breathe fire? I had to go learn it from Gene Simmons of Kiss.
I just
All this hard
imagine
work's been worth it, though. I am
Bowser
so
talking
proud
right now, and
to
it
have
just
been
doesn't
able to
work in my
collaborate with
brain.
you
No,
and
the opposite would've.
Miyamoto-san, as well
If
as
he'd
the
have been
entire
Mario and Chris Pratt
Nintendo
have been Bowser.
and
That
Illumination
sounds right.
team
Honestly,
on
that'd
this
be pretty dope.
cinematic
Yeah.
experience, one that will make its mark on Mario fandom forever. Much love. Peace out.
Thank you, Chris-san, Jack-san. All right then. Thank you all for waiting.
I wanna hear
Let's
Miyamoto
press the
so
start
bad.
button.
Here we go.
Holy shit!
That's not.
Like, what did you expect?
I don't know, but that caught me off guard.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
I'm so fucking happy right now.
For real, this is awesome.
Open the gates!
Holy shit!
Yo, this is dope as as hell.
That is but a taste of our fury.
That was pretty
Do
funny.
you yield? I do not.
Solo by Kamek, dude. Let's go.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
What is this place?
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Hey, Drivos!
Hey!
We did it, y'all. We did it, y'all.
I want
looks
to
awesome.
thank all of you for being part of this moment with us, and we're excited to share even more footage in the coming months.
I'm looking forward to it too. What do you think will happen during Mario's adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom? Production of the movie is going well. Currently, like with any Nintendo game, we're working on the finishing touches. I hope you're looking forward to the next
A
trailer.
delayed movie.
It'll be a great experience watching the Super Mario Brothers movie in movie theaters.
I don't like the
You'll
logo
get to see
treatment.
the Mushroom
It
Kingdom
looks like
on
the
big
original
screen.
movie.
Yeah.
Look closely, and
Treatment.
you'll spot things in all sorts of places. This film can be enjoyed by people of all ages, so I hope you'll get
Good
to a
news, Nick.
movie theater and cheer for Mario. That's all for
Good one,
today.
Greg.
We'll see you next spring in movie theaters. Thank you.
Greg got him.
You got me, Greg.
Got you good. Let's watch it again.
There we go. Yeah, let's watch it again.
It sounded like there was a little bit of Italian at
No.
the end when
So
he's like
the-
Mushroom
yeah.
Kingdom.
Sounds like he's from New York.
It's definitely gonna be a Kevin Costner thing where sometimes he's gonna come in and out of that Italian accent.
I can't believe they just went with his voice. I mean, it makes the most sense.
It
Well,
does.
at least Jack Black's doing a voice. Like,
I
he
don't want.
loves
I,
him.
I don't want to hear
honestly-
Chris Pratt doing an Italian impression the entire
And
movie. So I'm
Chris
fine
Pratt
with
and
it.
Greg Miller are the same thing. You book us for a VO gig, you're gonna get the same person. You're gonna get the person.
Jack Black sounded great,
Chris
though.
Pratt's actually
Uh-huh.
talented.
Jack Black sounds awesome. Wait, was that fucking Keegan Michael? I didn't even think
was
about the fact that that was
yeah.
Keegan
That
Michael
was.
Key.
So he's doing a voice, which is great.
Holy shit.
I mean, this looks good.
No, real talk. I'm so impressed. I'm all in on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, this was
This
great.
has exceeded all my expectations.
Like the fact we didn't Kamek and Tribones and shit. Like this is awesome.
It does look like they're going with the more straightforward story, though. When he's just trying to get the stars, and Mario's gonna have to stop him, and that's pretty much it.
And it also looks like Mario's coming from
From the
somewhere else.
Yeah.
because he came through
He's
that.
coming,
warp
he's coming
pipe.
from New Donk City.
Ruby Dooby in the Twitch chat. Better luck next time, Sonic.
That's funny.
That's
I mean, I
that's
didn't
fair.
expect to see the penguins in this. You know, and if we get
Yeah,
the
that caught me
penguins,
so
like,
off guard. Yeah, that's like a
part's
little bit of
hilarious.
a deep cut. And this is like a good comedic bit right here.
Taste of
That was
our
good.
fury.
That was good.
Do you yield?
And they made Bowser badass.
Yeah.
And I'm already thinking about a sequel. Right, like I'm thinking about how Mario 2 is gonna have the Koopalings.
That's the kiss of death. Do not do that. Don't talk about the sequel before the movie comes out. Him we're getting a little uncanny valley.
Wait, Donkey Kong is gonna be in this.
Who?
Oh, Donkey
Yeah.
Kong.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen.
I'm so excited for this movie.
Bro, we got confirmation on his ass though. It wasn't just the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, his ass is looking whack.
That mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a Mario 2 reference for everybody, the American one. That's not right, the Japanese one.
The Japanese one, yeah.
Here we come.
That's definitely an Italian accent. That's definitely New York. Here we come.
Doesn't sound exactly like Chris Pratt. There's a little bit of something going on there.
Did they make the logo look like the first movie on purpose? Because it does.
I mean, they must
look strikingly like it.
I think they're going to introduce a multiverse here, so you'll get at the end.
I want to thank all of you for being part of this.
I would
moment.
fucking lose my mind if they finally brought back the post-credit tease of the original movie that we never got a follow-up on. When Daisy came with the fucking guns and she's like, "We gotta go." One day, guys. One day. We need
what if that was the post-credits of this movie?
Oh, bless! I would lose my shit. Me and like.
Do you think they're gonna go
people.
off the song from the show and just be like, "Found a secret warp, someone working on the drain," and that's how Mario got sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom? Then
I don't know. Nick, real talk. What do you think about this?
I think it has the potential to be very entertaining. I'm a little disappointed they didn't find a more unique angle on this after all these years of expecting a Mario animated movie. But I think it has all the makings of something that can be fun to watch for sure. I'm not a huge fan of Mario's like realistic hair. I think I wish they would have gone a little bit different with the look. But all these other character designs look great. I think Bowser. I was just giving shit to Jack Black. I was like, he's the wrong casting for this, but he's doing a voice a little bit more like Clancy Brown, so I'm down for that. And I think it'll be fun to watch.
Greg,
yeah, I'm in. This looks exciting. I'm ready. I'm excited. I think this looks fun. I want to see it. Sorry, I was watching the chat. And yeah, this looks funny. This looks good. I don't know about the Chris Pratt voice. I'm excited to see more of that. I would have preferred to see more Mario and what his shenanigans are going to be up to, rather than the Bowser opening, but whatever.
Bless.
Yeah, I love it.
My
I think
Super Mario brother.
My Super Mario brother. I think the comedic beats so far really hit for me, especially with this penguin sequence. I think this is an awesome tone for them to hit. I do like this angle that they're taking for it. I think doing it as a Mario origin story and making it feel like we are fleshing out the world. This is the Mario world that you know, and we're actually giving it backstory and making it make sense. Like every single thing here for me harkens back to Mario games in a way where I'm like, yeah, this is a Mario story. You know, with Sonic 1, there were so many elements where I was like, yeah, you guys are taking a lot of liberties here, but it's fine. How are you going to turn Sonic into a movie? They have found a way to turn Mario into a movie in a way that I really believe in. Like I have some critiques, right? Like I forget if it was Greg or Nick who mentioned, but like I'm not entirely in love with both Mario design and the Mario voice. You know, I don't know if it's that I want him to be Italian, but he doesn't sound like Mario to me. He doesn't sound the way I would imagine Mario to sound like.
It's weirdly not jovial, right? It doesn't seem like it's full of that joy that Mario is. It feels like the realistic voice that Chris Pratt's putting on here is kind of weighing down the character a little bit.
It almost feels like, yeah, he is just Chris Pratt, right? Hey, I'm a dude from the real world that's in this Mushroom Kingdom now. I'm like, it's gonna be a fish out of water story, which I'm curious about, and I think they can take that and make it good. But that is one of the things that sticks out to me. And then for some reason, Mario's face looks weird. I think it's the uncanny valley of like, all right, you're Mario, but you're also not Mario. Right. So it's kind of weird at first blush.
It's a little. I never like when they go that realistic with like the texturing. I wish it was like because Bowser obviously looks a lot more cartoonish, but when you start getting close to like the human character design, it's a very thin line of what's good and what kind of pulls you out of it.
But overall, I'm totally into this. Tim.
I could not be more into the direction they're going. Like as a lifelong Mario hardcore fan, somebody that's read books, watched the cartoons, watched the shows, watched the movie, loved the movie as a kid.
What books were you reading about
all
Mario?
This stuff? There was the Choose Your Own Adventure books. There was a whole thing we talked about on Games Daily last week. But I've been all in on Mario since day one, and I could not be more thrilled at the differences that they have going on here. I am so sick of the same look we've had since 1996, the same voice, the same everything. I love this. I think that it is different in the right ways, the same in the right ways. I am very, very impressed with this. I love the look of the varied enemies that we're getting in this. I didn't expect that necessarily. The poster kind of hinted at it a bit in a way that I was excited for, and this trailer just delivered on that, where I didn't think we were going to get Dry Bones. I thought that was going to be too deep of a cut, and that's not that deep of a cut. But the fact that we're getting there, even in this first trailer, getting some Luigi's Mansion type hints and vibes of him dealing with the more ghost house type stuff. It seems like Bowser's like conquering different kingdoms with this. I love it. I love that the star is the Mario 64 star. Like there's just so much here that I feel like they're nailing, like making a movie for general audiences, but then also having enough fun stuff for the people like me that like care way too much, if I'm being honest, but I do. And this is making me happy. The voice again, like I am probably one of the only people in the world that is happy that it's not Charles Martinet. I do not need that type of voice for an entire
That's
movie.
a hard thing to listen to for 2 hours, for sure.
And on top, like, it's not just that, because there's the voice, but even just the looks of it all. Like, I am so happy this doesn't look like every other DreamWorks, every other Illumination project. Like, this looks like they're like, hey, it's Mario, but it's not that same Mario 3D World look that we're so used to at this point. This like super sterile Mario. This is different. This is them kind of like, let's modern it up a little bit. And like, I'm happy, very happy with this.
I love how a lot of this movie feels like it is the universe of the Sonic films, where my main complaint in that Sonic 1 movie was that, oh man, you guys aren't making enough references here. You guys aren't having enough fun with what Sonic is and the things that you could do, right? Like, why aren't we snowboarding down San Francisco hill in this movie, right? Why aren't we doing all these cool things, or all these? Why aren't we pulling in all these different weird lore deep tidbits that Sonic has that you could have fun with? Every single shot in this movie feels like it's having fun with some element of Mario that has me excited, right? Even seeing the shape of the hills where it is, oh yeah, like it's literally that like that oval shape that you see in like the hills in the background of like Mario 1, right? Or you're seeing the mushrooms, you see the Mushroom Kingdom in the background, and there's Peach's castle, right? You see the penguins, you see the Luigi thing that seems like it's invoking Luigi's Mansion. There's so much here that feels like it is just bathing in all the different aspects of Mario that you don't have to touch, because there's the argument that, yo, there's way too much to touch and none of it makes sense. They're taking all that stuff and making it make sense for this world. And I from what we see in the trailer, it seems like they're sticking the landing, and I hope they stick the landing, because I think that's a really fun way to do it, and it's gonna be fun, especially for the us's of the world who have actually, like, you know, played a lot of Mario, and like the Tims of the world who really appreciate Mario and appreciate all the different aspects.
Who read the sacred texts.
I read the text, baby.
The Silmarillions.
Yeah, like the flags right there. Those are the Bowser flags.
It was a choose your own adventure book, and I read every possible outcome. Of
course.
Okay?
Damn, guys, he platinumed that book.
That's what I do, everybody.
Nintendo doesn't have platinums. We know that.
The books do. You would know if you were a real fan. I'm fucking stoked on this. Let us know in the comments below what you think of Super Mario Brothers, the movie, what you think of Chris Pratt, what you think of Jack Black, etc., etc., and this King Penguin, baby. Shout out to him. You think that this is the father of the baby from Mario 64
that we dropped off the cliff, or sorry, that heathens out there dropped off the cliff? No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, wouldn't be me. Until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.